G'day guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Retro Glory Hunter 0708 database. Thank you very much to the Mad Scientist and Mr. Tiny for creating this database because I've absolutely loved it and we are at a new club. Now if you tuned in to episode 13 you would have seen that there was only one job available. I finished off everything in Italy, so I ticked off the Serie A and I also ticked off the Coppa Italia, which meant we could move on. The only country we had left was Germany, but there was only one option that I could go for, and that was Werder Bremen. I don't regret it in the slightest. Werder Bremen are at the moment one of the three teams in the Bundesliga between Schalke and Bayern Munich, and Werder Bremen is between those three, going at it toe to toe pretty much most seasons. So the challenge is to take Werder Bremen back to the top after Schalke have won the title 3 seasons on the bounce. That is my job, to break them and win that title this season. So how am I going to do it? Well, let me show you. I alluded to this at the end of the last episode, but I started off with a transfer budget of about 115 million when I got the job, and I've got about 15 million left. But that's not to say I haven't moved players in and out. So we are at the end of the transfer window in 2036. If I go this way, as you can see, these players I did not bring in. They all got brought in on the January, so it's nothing to do with me. Players I let go, again, nothing to do with me here. So everything is on this page. Now, players on the... Oh, come on. Why are you doing that? I don't know why he's doing that. But anyway, I made about another 20 million quid selling some of the older players, and again I thought it's time to move a few of them on. So Mitchell Weiser, he was 34, 35, he had to go. Lucas Ray was a young, I think actually he was a younger winger, but I just wasn't going to play him, so he's out. Didier Degard, who is was the captain, I decided to move him on because I wanted fresher, younger blood in the squad. And just a few others. Baralco was another one that left for 3.9. Portillo has gone to Shakhtar. Cabral has gone to Guingamp, all for like 2.5 million quid. It's not too bad. But I did bring in quite a few players to freshen up the squad, and this is always a bit of a risk. Bringing in a lot of new players all in one go. Will it work in the first season? Who knows? I'm hoping that I've brought in enough players that are used to this system that I'm playing and can hit the ground running straight away. So without further ado, let's go and have a little look at this transfer list, or the players that I've brought in. Starting off with the lowest amount, and it is the regenerated young 18-year-old Karim Adeyemi, who I actually think looks better on this than he does in the FM24 database, but there you go. 5-star potential. Everybody knows Karim Adeyemi. Got him in for 2.4 million. What a backup. Rodri. Yes, that Rodri. I got him from Inter for 4.1 million, and he's going to fill in as a backup DM, because I went for a lot of central midfielders. Frankie de Jong, 10 million. 10 million from Arsenal for Frankie de Jong at the age of 23. I was like, yeah, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Heath Lagrassa. Now, I believe that this is just a regen, not a real player, but he is utterly incredible. I mean, as an anchor / defensive midfielder, he's probably one of the best on the game at the moment, and he's in his prime years. 95 caps already for the States, 22 goals. Look at him. Marking 16, vision and position in 17, with a concentration and composure of 16 is just amazing. And he's incredibly agile and naturally fit with it as well. So he's like the perfect anchor midfielder. Vetan, I went raiding my old club. I brought in 2 players. I'll explain the second one in a second. Vetan Vojvoda was a player who I left out on loan last season when I was at Lazio, but he's come back and the scouts came back again saying he's got a 5-star potential, and I can understand why. He's progressed rapidly over the last couple of seasons, being out on loan. Say he didn't play for me, but I sent him out on loan to Wolves for a season. He did okay there. Then he went to Aberdeen for a season and he did pretty well there as well. So I brought him in, 16.5 million quid. I think he's going to be a starter. Now, I know I said on the previous episode, Jose Gaya is a bit of a whinger, and he did get forced out of his left-back position by Rafael Guerrero. But I still needed a really good left back, and Gaia is still a really, really good left back on this. And he was cheap. Really? 20 million? Lazio paid 46 for him. So, and that wasn't me, by the way. They paid 46 for him after he moved to Schalke. He's been in Germany before, so he's got that experience, and he's got 1 assist already, so I'm very happy with that. But then I brought in one well-known, Benjamin Pavard, as a fullback. I think having Gaia and Pavard on either side will be absolutely perfect. He's got great crossing, great physicals. Everybody knows what Pavard is about. Really, really good player. And then I brought in another regen, Valerio Fabrizi. I don't know whether that's a little bit of a Mickey take on the Febreze spray, but I hope not. But either way, 5-star potential, and he looks incredible. Look at the attributes on him already at the age of 18. Bravery 17, teamwork and work rate 18 and 17, physicals naturally fit, great jumping reach because he's a big lad, good strength. So again, as a ball winning / defensive midfielder, I'm absolutely stacked in that position now, because that was one of the key areas that I highlighted that it needed to be stacked. It needed it. So let's have a look at the tactics. I've gone for quite an attacking 4 treble 2 with 2 wingers, 2 defensive midfielders, a DLP on defender, the Segundo Volante, attacking forward or advance forward, and a pressing forward. I'm going to go all out at this. Attack is the best form of defense, so to speak. So if you have a look at the squad, my goalkeeper, by the way, as far as I'm aware, not a real life goalkeeper, but my word, what a regen goalkeeper this one is. I've never seen a regen goalkeeper this good on here. That is incredible. So my goalkeeping issues, didn't have an issue with it at all, really. As I say, I've got Upa Meccano, got Pavard in there now, Gaia's in there, Frankie de Jong, Rodri, Fabrizi, Jean-Manuel Mbom has come through the youth system. I've already had a couple of absolutely outstanding attacking midfielders, Kenneth Hoffman being one of them. Rapid winger with great crossing, okay dribbling, but good technique. I think, again, he could be really good, but the only problem with him is he's not consistent and he doesn't like big matches, which is where I think Stuart Nicholson is going to come into it. Another regen character, but doesn't really enjoy the big matches, but is a lot more consistent than Hoffman, and they both play in the same position. So I think Nicholson is the one that's going to get the nod. It looks like he already has. 3 games, 2 goals, 1 assist with an average of an 8.0. This guy is an ultimate winger. And then obviously I have my strikers up front. I have Jan Langer, who I think is Czech. Yeah, he's a Czech striker. Good, like sort of, I'd say more of a target forward-ish, but he can play advanced forward, and more than likely he will do. Jair Gonzalez is a Mexican striker who is utterly rapid and has excellent finishing. So very similar to like sort of the Isaac mold, I would say. And then obviously I've got the backups of Luis Muriel, who is a real-life striker. Used to play for Atalanta, I believe, back in the day, and is incredible on this. And then I've got the mercurial emerging talent of Alexander Isak, who is actually getting better without even playing. So he's got 5-star potential ability. So I've got a really stacked squad. I'm actually really hopeful for this. So I'm not going to waste any more time waffling on. I am going to go straight into the highlights, show you guys what happens, and hopefully we are celebrating at the end of the season. I'll see you guys in a few seconds. We are on the verge of completing Glory Hunter, and I wanted our Bremen team to come out of the traps, and out the traps is what we did. A 4-0 win versus Stuttgart, another 4-0 win versus Wolfsburg, a 4-0 win versus Borussia Dortmund, a 4-1 win versus Bayer Leverkusen, and a 5-0 battering of Arminia Bielefeld really set our season off. It wasn't totally perfect though. We did lose a couple of games, but it really didn't matter too much, as we cruised, and I mean properly cruised, to the Bundesliga title by 17 points to tick the German league off the Glory Hunter list. But of course we had to get the DFB Pokal to complete this challenge as well, and that is exactly what we did. Early wins versus St. Pauli, Saarbrücken and Bayer Leverkusen again. We battered Karlsruhe of 7-0, hand-slapped Hanover 3-0 to face our closest rivals, Schalke, in the final. where we slickly demolished them 4-0 to win the Pokal and complete the Glory Hunter Challenge. As a side note, our Champions League journey was rather disappointing, only managing to qualify for the knockout rounds, where we were dispatched, actually battered by Juventus 5-1 on aggregate. Come on. Yes. Come on. Glory Hunter has been finished. So happy with that. So happy with that. What an outstanding season that was. Not only was my target to dethrone Schalke after winning it for 3 seasons on the bounce and pipping us to the title a couple of times, I wanted to win it convincingly, and convincingly we did win it. I mean, it was pretty incredible. As you see through some of the highlights that are shown, for only 2 losses all season, 7 draws. We were the highest goal scorers in the team, which, okay, yeah, my formation was quite attacking. Goal difference of 55, but we only conceded 25 as well, which, again, is less than a goal a game. 82 points, which means we were 17 points ahead of Gladbach. Schalke finished 3rd. Bayern Munich were down in 12th. I don't know what happened there, but this is definitely an alternate reality. If we have a look at the other competitions as well, Champions League, not bothered. I've won that 5 times now, so I'm really not that bothered. I should have, actually, on my, not uniform, my suit, I should have one of those patches with the 5 on there. That should be an addition for FM25 for how many Champions League stuff you can actually add it as a little label. That would be cool. But also the Pokal, and the Pokal was an utter breeze as well. We ended up whooping what I consider to be our closest rivals 4-0 in the final. Really cannot knock it. Bearing in mind as well, Schalke actually have Alvaro Morata up front, who is his attributes are incredible. What's he been playing at? Pretty much like Morata does in real life, inconsistent. But Jan Langer came in there with 5 goals. Stuart Nicholson, and I'll say, if we go back to the main screen, Stuart Nicholson, I said, would probably be a pinnacle player for us this season, and he was. He really was. Because if we have a look at our goal scorers, he was our top goal scorer with 22 and 14 assists. Gonzalo's got 18 and 4, Muriel got 15 and 7, Langer only got 15 and 15 because he got an horrendous injury literally after I started simulating the season. Where we go? There you go. Damaged cruciate ligaments on the 6th of September. So literally the week after I started simulating this season, he got injured and he was out for 6 months. It's such a shame because he's actually a really, really good striker, and it's proven because he got 15 and 15. That's mental. 10 goals in 12 games in the league, whereas he only got 11 in 28 last season, so I guess I got the best out of him. Alexander Isak, only 18 starts, but 13 goals. And again, if we have a look at a little bit, I don't, down arrows, bugger off, don't like the down arrows. Kenneth Hoffman, though, he did play 38 games, he got 11 goals and 15 assists, so I'm presuming Nicholson, he might have played up front for him. I don't know, inside forward on the left, and he did play as striker sometimes as well. Alright. So he got 11 and 15. Hoffman. Heath Lagrassa got 6 and 10. 6 and 15 from Frankie de Jong. What more can you say? He's just improving and getting better and better. Vojvoda got 5 goals with 2 assists. Pavard got 4. Adeyemi even picked up 3 and 3 as well. So there we have it, guys. Retro Glory Hunter has been completed. The only thing I ask from you guys now is please subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below if you enjoyed this. What more do you want to see coming out? Because there are series on the horizon. I've got a Build a Nation, I've got a Director of Football, I've got a surprise shirts rebuild on the horizon, a few other things going on. Now that FM25 is definitely not coming, and it looks like we're going to have to wait until probably October, November time for FM26. We got a long time to wait, so there's going to be a lot more content coming out revolving around FM24, but trying to make some interesting stories along the way. I'd like to thank all the people who have subscribed to the channel. Thank you very, very much. Please stick with it because the content is just going to get better and better. and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Ta-ra.